level. Next level.
Welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing a full day of eating here in Banyoles. It's the last hard day of a 3-week camp here in Banyoles, but then tomorrow I've still got 4 hours, so it's really important that it needs proper fueling. So I've just finished intensive swim, so it was the main set was only 12 times 100, but all like fresh hold with 10 seconds rest. So yeah, pleased to have done that. I was holding about 121, 122, which for me on my own is pretty good. Obviously with Eloise better. When we did last time we were a bit faster, but we did 3-3, which obviously helps. But no, yeah, it's good. Definitely made some progress this winter on my swim. Before I probably would have done that set in 24, 25. But yeah, it's been a big priority working with Tim and Patrick to really improve my stroke and up my cadence as well. I was sort of, I think, getting lazy. But yeah, so anyway, so for that I only had, before I had some brioche buns with some Nutella, peanut butter, 2 coffees and a tea. And now, during just electrolytes, and now it's time to go home for second breakfast for a hard bike, then a hard run. So let's go. Right, so I've got an hour and a half on the bike with 3 times 15 minutes at like race power, I think. Well, that's the aim, I think. So probably around 200 to 210, I think, I hope. Obviously the aim is to actually ride fast. So if the MP is a bit lower because we're riding fast, creamy, but it's an undulating rate, so hopefully I can hold power. Anyway, to fuel that, what's most important, we're obviously gonna, the hour of work, because it's 15 minutes, 5 minutes off, back in. So the hour of work, we're gonna go for around 60 to 80 grams of carbs an hour. Probably easiest is actually it's gonna end up being 66 because that's how my gels work. 1 caffeine gel and then 2 just basic SIS ISO gels. I love these, they sit really well in the stomach. On race day I won't do this, on race day it will be Beta Fuel. I actually haven't got any with me at the moment. Big order pending. But yeah, so I'm just gonna keep the carbs high on this. I had a lot of carbs, as you know, for my second breakfast, and then I'll come back and eat some more carbs before a hard run this evening. So that should get me through, and then in the water, I'm just gonna do electrolytes because it's hot. I'm just gonna double up on salts and make sure that I'm thinking about the next session. So what could possibly go wrong? So I hope you can hear me as it's very, very windy today. Yeah, I felt like treacle in one direction. But yeah, anyway, done my 3 times 15 minutes, sort of race effort. Felt quite nice and comfortable. I was doing about 206, 207 MP, very controlled heart rate. So yeah, hopefully, I'm quite tired legs, so hopefully it's a good sign. A bit more to come for race day. Yeah, and then I had a gel, had my gels, sort of one before the first one, that was caffeine, and then one after the second. First, one after the second. It's all 3 done. Liquid hydration system, first time I've used it properly. Race setup worked. So yeah, I think we're nearly there. But anyway, I'm gonna have to put my arm down. Very tired. It's time to spin home. Got 5 more minutes, and then another snack. Done. But anyway, so yeah, I had the gels as mentioned, so 66 grams of carbs during that session. Again, I had a quite high carb before and probably yesterday as well. And now I'm doing high carb again because I got an hour run to do with some intervals. So yeah, so it's a donut because why not? And then plug to Lidl's protein things, they're just great, 99p, so, or cent I should say. Feed blueberries to add the vitamins in. And keep going, and like as I said before, sometimes with running I get quite a sore stomach, so I have to eat enough that I'm fueled, but not too much that we have a few problems, and I'm going to go running by the lake, so that could be a bit embarrassing. So yeah, hopefully it works. But that is the fueling strategy, and then we just wing it. So obviously we've had different sessions today, Eloise better, which is very sad, it means all alone. But what are sort of the main, I guess, differences how we feel? We're quite similar, but there are a few stark differences.
Yeah, definitely I realized that Eloise loves donuts, and definitely she's on a high carb diet, absolutely. Well, which is something she does very well, I would say. Like, she knows exactly what to eat, how much, and yeah, she's just perfect. Like, my strategy was to eat after a ride just a plate of pasta, which is very Italian. And then something that it's not Italian is this emmental instead of the real grana, because I didn't have grana.
I bought that.
So yeah, but anyway, we are on carbohydrate as well, so that's the same thing, but it's the type of carbohydrate we choose that it's a bit different, but definitely doing the right things.
Perfect. And yesterday I found out, I was convinced that we all were eating Nutella. All of us, and we've gone through just over 2 kilograms, I think, in 3 weeks. Anyway, convinced it was between the 3 of us. Yesterday, Elisabetta said, oh, by the way, I just haven't been eating that. It's been you and Jim that's gone through over 2 kilograms of Nutella. I was like, no, not possible. So yeah, so the stark reality of, I've eaten 1 kilogram of Nutella in 3 weeks, and Jim has helped me. Oh well. So, just finished my run, did 14.6k, 1 hour 5. The other session was 3 times 4 minutes threshold, and then into 3 times 6 minutes A2. So just relaxed but pushing, that's how I do it. Yeah, it was okay actually. I was holding back a little bit on all of them because I felt my hip a bit on the bike, so I didn't want to push that, but actually turns out everything's fine, and yeah, it was a good session. I had a gel during, so that's 22 grams of carbs. Just wanted to make sure that, especially at the end of this block, all is good. Now rehydrating, and then off to the gym to do some HIIT work and finish the day. I might see if they have chocolate milk in the cafeteria, because I might have some of that. And then yeah, gym, home change, and then we got pizza night. So yeah. So yeah, if you were interested, that was I guess a full day of fueling as a professional triathlete in Spain. Again, like I said before, every day is really different, and because I had a lot of intensive sessions quite close together, it did look, I guess, very erratic and just energy, and that's how I do it. So that's a little insight into that. But obviously, as I've done before, and as I've done in my the easy day video, is looks very different, and everyone's. For example, me and Eloise better, we feel very differently, yet we still hit our goals and we hit what we need to do. So that was that. Thanks for following along. They've got a few questions from Instagram. Thanks for sending them in. These are the most common ones. There's only 3, so super easy. Let's go.
So first question, how do you store nutrition on your race day?
So I'm really lucky in the fact that on my bike there's a good little integrated bento box. So I'll put any gels in. I usually take about 2 to 3 gels, because most of my carbohydrates are the beta fuel from SIS, which are 80 grams per bottle. So I have 2 bottles, and I'm going to put them on the front, so I can put one on the front and one into the integrated bottle mount. I'm going to also try a little bit, I need to try the next few weeks, obviously, nothing like a last minute test, in the bottle, the aero bottle, if I need some extra fluid, to see how long it lasts. And then over time I might try a bottle on the back, but at the moment this is what's working in training, so I'll do that. And then on the run, to be honest, sports bras are just the best storage location for gels. Just put them down there, and if there's a little pocket in the back, if something's annoying me, I'll put one in there. But essentially it's usually bra, and then I usually will run with one in my hand just to remind myself to take it. But yeah, so really simple, no rocket science really, but just using what I have available on the bike and in my suit.
Second question for you, do you track calories or body weight?
Essentially no, but I have in the past done periods of tracking calories to actually just making sure I'm having enough. I think in March I was really tired all the time and really slow recovery and was starting to get ill really often, and actually Patrick was like, right, maybe we should just track your intake. I think you're doing it fine, I've seen you eat before, but let's just track and make sure there's no nil deficit. So I did that for a month, and to be honest, there was a little bit of the overall carb to protein fat ratio was fine, but it was just a tiny bit under. So we tried to bump that up again, and essentially, actually, that wasn't even the issue. We soon found out that actually low iron was the issue. Why I was tired, why I was getting ill. So that wasn't from tracking at all. That was from blood tests. But yeah, essentially, I don't know. I usually just go on feel. And then when it comes to body weight, it is very erratic. I have scales at home, but maybe once every 3 weeks I'll stand on it and just see. I don't react to it. I don't change it. It's just, I guess, good for the data and the science to see where you're at from a weight point of view. And again, don't control it. Don't try and change it, because right now I really do just need to train more and adapt more to my training, not get ill, and then the benefits will come.
Last question for you. This is very specific. And they ask how to get out of over-exercise and under-fueling.
Okay, so this is a really complex question, and actually it's not really in my remit to answer. First thing I would say though is go to a professional, look up a professional, for example, that's in that niche. So I work with Rena McGregor, and she's like specialist in REDS, eating disorders in sport, under fueling, and I'd definitely go speak to them and make sure you have like biomarkers checked, which are your bloods, and just really make sure that you are proactive about it, because you really don't want to waste any time. Essentially, the only bit of advice I can give, which is I guess responsible, is make sure to change it. And if you're under fueling, eat more. It's really simple. Yes, okay, there's obviously the mental element that if you're finding it hard mentally, you then need like some psychiatric support, which is totally normal. But essentially just make sure to fuel your training. And if that means you've got to track and see what you need for your exercise, then do it. But obviously if there is the mental element, then I really would make sure to see a psychiatrist and work out these behaviours and work out where they're coming from. But again, it's not my remit. It's a very sensitive subject, and all I can say is it's worth changing it. But yeah.